an eye on that while you're watching this match as well. I'd say that would be a little less serious than what we're watching here, but you never know with Joe and Jimmy.
He's a bit close to this. He's got a slight angle. It's very difficult to manoeuvre that cue ball as he usually would be able to with the balls so close together. At the moment, he seems to be just struggling. He's putting good balls. He's not quite getting in behind the next shot. And well, it was a point that John Higgins made. I thought quite graciously that it's been unfair occasionally for players who've been playing out on the non-televised tables, not even the secondary table, maybe playing their matches in different lighting in front of different audiences. Right over in the background there is where the other tables are. They have to be put into or onto the TV table under lights. It takes a bit of acclimatising.
I thought it was a very generous thing for him to say. I have to say I disagreed with him though, because you earn your right to play on the main table through what you've achieved. Ronnie O'Sullivan, John Higgins, great champions, and tournament winners will find their way here. They all started, well, right at the very first qualifying round in the days when there were 10-12 qualifying rounds when the game was open in 1992. Long summers at the Norbreck in Blackpool, honing their craft. There's Zhao Yulong, who of course was beaten by John Higgins, just keeping an eye on proceedings here. Of course, we saw O'Sullivan showing a few of the Chinese players the ropes on the practice table.
Yeah, well, demonstrating shots like that, I think he was actually. Safety shots, that's another very good one. I mean, the red by the black, you can see a bit of it, but presumably not enough for him to attempt the pot. But now he's got to avoid them on the way up the table, playing safe. Check the plant, which doesn't seem to be on either. The two reds to the left corner. He's got to catch this thin. He doesn't want to go near the red and black. It's pretty good shot under the circumstances, and Ronnie acknowledges that.
While we're watching this, spare a thought for the referee Rene Tinga, not refereeing this match, but he was refereeing last night Anthony Hamilton against Ken Doherty, which finally finished at 1:40 AM. Hamilton won on the pink after Ken had got a couple of snookers. Last frame 51 minutes. I saw him at breakfast, though, the ref. He seemed in reasonable spirits.
Had he been to bed, or had he just got back finishing up?
Well, I say at breakfast, this was about 10 o'clock, so it wasn't like first thing. Well, it's another good pot, and plenty to go at here. Cue ball just flicked off the pink, finished well. But he had a chance previous frame, and when he missed, he didn't get another one. And if he breaks down here where the balls are, it could be 3-0. So he's under pressure to get involved in this match, to actually make a contribution here.
Once again, though, just not really in complete control of the cue ball. Always having to pull out a good shot to recover things. I guess compared to Ronnie O'Sullivan, most players are like that. Not quite got the same finesse. But like I said, I think he's just acclimatising, and unfortunately it's taken him a while. This will be another good shot, another good positional shot needed from it. That's unlucky. That really is unlucky. We kind of saw from that low camera angle that it was always on its way. There it is. Oh dear. Never really in control of that shot. Certainly could have done without that.
Just starting on the Eurosport player, it's Karen Wilson against the Thai Akani Song Serm Sawad, and the winner of that match will play the winner of this one in the last 16 this evening.
Six. Seven. Twelve. 13.
Now this is going to take a good shot to keep the break going. Well, he doesn't play as many rest shots as other players because he's got the left-handed option.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 13.
Usually he's pretty good with it, but just slightly overcut that one.
One. Six. 7.
Well, if he was brave, he could play the red off the other red to get the black out and get it into play. I don't necessarily think it is the shot, but certainly the shot is on to play the red off the other red. I can fully understand why 2-0 down it wouldn't be something he's thought too much about. But it's very difficult to win the frame where the balls are, and with the red and the black there, the red above it, you know, it's all blocking off that pocket, really. High value colours not available. And there you see it. I think he's got the option to play it again here, but this time it's even more difficult. So he's not really getting anywhere, unfortunately. A lead of 12 points, but that won't last long if O'Sullivan gets back in.
Zhang under 16.
Well, obviously looking for a thin edge.
Foul and a miss. Zhang under 4.
Zhang having a think here whether to have them put back. He is. Jan Shears is the referee.
Something like that, Ronnie.
That's not, we're not doing the mannequin challenge there. That's where they were before, and it's slightly over to, needs to be slightly over to the left actually. Well, anyway, he's caught it, but well, not a bad flick either off the blue, to say the least. You certainly feel the worse for Zhang if he doesn't get on the scoreboard soon. Well, he's done well there. The cue ball close to that back cushion. Knocked it in.
1.
4 out of 5 for long potting. Yeah, he's. You can see Ronnie's 100%, but that's 2 out of 2. Zhang 4 out of 5.
Brown ball.
Well, it's taking the shape of the kind of frame that O'Sullivan not all that keen on, with fragmented play. But unfortunately,
Zhang under 1.
for Zhang, his lead of 17 points, he's not going to hurt Ronnie O'Sullivan just yet. If he can get the black into play, then he's well back into the frame. It's a very scrappy frame, this one, by his standards.
Yes, and also O'Sullivan seems to be harder and harder to frustrate. There was a time where it was relatively easy to get under his skin when matches went scrappy, but this season in particular he's been really disciplined. Because he is a great safety player himself.
Well, if the brown is potable to the right corner past those two reds, he might try and play on it from this red. Very awkward bridging here. I think the problem with frames like this is not so much always the player's not tolerant of them. It's quite easy to lose concentration because it's not anything you'd practice at balls going awkwardly. Zhang is not going to move the two reds by the black because he's a few points in front. Well, he's not unlucky to get a double kiss because if you think it's on, it usually is.
One.
Well, for Ronnie to refuse the green, there really was no hope of getting onto a red, I'd say. And there's an example of what Dave was saying, that he is a terrific safety player when he resorts to it.
Okay.
Well, he's just got a great snooker brain, very quick, instinctive, sees the whole table, sees the right shot to play.
Foul and a miss. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 4. One.
Well, the pot at that speed was the best part about it. Oh, yes, well, this is what I mean. How can he get the balls open so easily?
5.
Two great shots, very adventurous shots. As you can see, the other red is now in play also.
6.
The point I was making, that the lead was not a big enough one for Zhang. He struggled for a long while to just get a small advantage, and it's wiped away him almost immediately.
$11.
Have a feeling he tried to develop the other red
12.
there. Well, this will be some shot. If he can pot a bolt colour here and move the red out, it would be a brilliant shot. Well, it is a brilliant shot. I don't know if he's on it, but I'll tell you what, that took some skill. Majestic shot on the ground. Honestly, he made it look simple, but it's one of the best shots I've seen this week.
17.
No room in playing the cannon to actually make the red potable after it. At times, the man's an absolute genius for me.
Well, where the balls were when he came to the table, to win the frame in one visit didn't really
21.
look on, but looks like he's going to. Doesn't need the pink.
23.
Yes, I think looking at the scores, Davey's just realised that as well. He doesn't need the pink, which helps.
26.
I think a lot of players
30.
would have put their opponent back in because the miss had been called. He smashed the red in the middle pocket. Within a few shots, he's won the frame. Remarkable.
Well, there are other players involved, of
35.
course, but he's on a bit of a collision course with John Higgins in the quarter-finals. Of course, they met in the final last week in Coventry.
Ronnie
Two of them
O'Sullivan,
playing the
35.
best snooker of the tournament. Zhang's having a look here. He's 23 behind, so he needs 2 snookers. He looks a bit punch-drunk by what he's just seen there, because the table was basically safe.
I think what it is, you know, you see a little break and you think, well, that wasn't anything, was it? It was just a small break, 30 or 40. But sometimes they're better than centuries when they're made in that way.
Yes, there were several really good shots, but the one where he freed the brown off the, sorry, from the brown, freed the red off the side cushion, particularly special. Well, the black's over the pocket, so he's conceded. Well, there's a really good little break he put together from a very unlikely situation there, O'Sullivan. And Zhang has got it all to do, to say the least, because Ronnie O'Sullivan is leading 3-0.